Hello and what is up YouTube? Today I've got a very special guest who's going to take over the channel for a moment and read through some thoughts on this post that I made about whether or not I should actually play some POE 2 as a longtime skeptic and potentially even self-described hater of POE 2 pretty much since it was announced, where I've had mixed emotions and highs and lows and everything in between. So with all that being said, I'm going to turn it over to a special guest today who's going to read through your comments, and I will of course read through your comments as well for any comments that you leave down below and respond as time allows. But Baldy away and beautiful maiden, here she comes.
Hey guys, welcome to Good Guy Gaming 3. If you're new around here, I haven't been around for a while. I'm Mrs. Draconis, married to Iron Draconis, and I'm hijacking his channel today to do a really cool read-through of all of his comments on playing POE 2. This has been a discussion in our household since POE 2 has come out. Do we play it? Does he try? Does he not? Today I thought we'd see what some of the comments are on the post that he said yesterday. Should he download POE 2 and should he play and do some builds and things for that, or should he not? Okay, so the first comment we have is, it's worth the playthrough, makes me appreciate POE 1 more. Now I appreciate that comment. In the past we have watched POE 2 videos together and have decided not to play it and instead to stick with POE 1. So that's interesting that they played it but still appreciate and prefer POE 1. See, holding off until a full release. Didn't realize there wasn't a full release already of this game. Learn something new every day. Another, it will make you love POE 1 all over again. So very similar to the first one. Playing the second one makes you like the first one. It reminds me like sequels in a movie. Like how you're always so excited for the sequel to come out. And then you watch the sequel to see what happens. And then you always go back to, the first one was better anyways. There was no point to watch the sequel. At least that's what's in our house with our kids, is that the sequels are never as good as the first one. So Beast Haven 1571 says, I'm waiting for the day that you do. For now, if you're not feeling it, there's no rush. For me, I can't go back to POE 1 after POE 2. I've been corrupted. See, now I think there's some fear about that happening, right? So Allegiant, Iron Draconis loves POE 1 so much that maybe, going to POE 1 2, like, ooh, maybe he'll like it more. Who knows? Let's see, Just Do It. I enjoy POE 2 more than POE 1, but I'm biased because I'm a controller player, and POE 2 has way better controller layout and skills, and is more controller friendly. So that was from Fernando Herdinez CQ9WN. Now see, that one I found very interesting, because this is a discussion that me and Iron have, as well as us and our kids, and their friends who play computer games or different consoles, is how much better it is to play on a controller than playing on a keyboard. And I much prefer to play games that I can use a controller for versus having to sit up and use a gaming system with my mouse and my keyboard. So that's intriguing. So just the fact that POE 2 is more controller friendly makes me kind of think, oh, like maybe we should try that out. See, honestly, it's worth a playthrough. It's a little different flavor than POE. Not my favorite, but still very good. So maybe if we just renamed it to not POE 2, then it would be more enjoyable if we just took it as a separate game. So you get ready for some deaths when you get back to POE 1. Hit the dodge key and nothing happens. Okay, so different keys that we'll have to learn. So it basically sounds like it's learning a completely different game. See, it's not bad. It's not bad. Campaign is fun. Now endgame's fun for a few maps. It's a beautiful game, but I've never seemed to get past the running through mud feeling. The intro of Sprint helped me, but not enough. Get ready for cast, dodge, cast second skill, dodge, repeat. Just thinking about it makes my hands cramp up. Okay, so it sounds like it's a lot of the same skills over and over, and maybe a slower paced game. See, it's good, but it will feel like an incomplete game the more you play. Also, the campaign is longer and harder for no reason. Okay, so I know that will bother Iron Draconis with it being an incomplete game. See, right now it's kind of a mess, trying to be its own thing, but everything that isn't a copy of POE 1 is undercooked or just boring. Definitely made me realize just how good we have it with POE 1. The main gripe is that there isn't enough endgame stuff to do. You can only kill Arbiter so many times before it gets boring. Let's see, but everyone is different and maybe you'll love it. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he will love it. Wonder if it's worth a try. Don't do it. WSAD will ruin you. 0.3 was much better than the previous league. I'd say give it a shot, and if it's not your bag, that's okay. It's nowhere near as good as POE 1, but it is getting better. See, it's gas. Both games are. I think the perspective of the early game being that slower hack and slash style really lets you appreciate what GGG is trying to make, and Act 4 is an absolute masterpiece. See, I'm not super anti-POE 2. In fact, I was kind of excited for it when it launched beta. I got 300 hours out of it, but haven't felt the tug to come back since 1. There's so really awesome highs, but ultimately it's unfinished, and I cannot get into the build, making the same way ultra endgame. My biggest gripe being lack of goals, boring skill tree, and well half the classes, and not being in the game. Boss fights are amazing, and you can see they have backported some of the design knowledge they gained there in things like the Esh tool fight and keepers. Ultimately, though, they will need to do a lot of work to get me to play it over POE 1, and I tend to play leagues for 2 to 3 months. I wasn't even fazed by Settlers. I played it for 8 months and skipped Varisha entirely. I think trying POE 2 is a must for any hardcore fan, if for no other reason you can glean insight and perspective on why Lat exactly makes POE 1 the pinnacle of ARPGs. Okay, so that's interesting. So he says he was excited when it was launched. And I think that's kind of where we were first. When they first announced POE 2, we were excited about the prospects of it until it kind of actually came out and we started watching videos and realized that POE 1 was originally kind of getting pushed under the rug, and POE 2 was not nearly as good as the hype that we thought it was going to be. So last one. One word, slightly balding Michigander Druid. It comes out next season on the 12th or 13th. I think you may like the newness feel. I've played every season so far and it's been fine. It needs polish and the endgame needs fleshed out. I'm hoping that the game ends up in a good state by full launch. Jonathan has given me real concerns for the direction, but Mark gives me hope that he won't let Jonathan go off the rails. So again, it may be interesting. It sounds like it's worth maybe trying out. Maybe doing a reaction video as he checks out POE 2 and doing some comparisons personally for what he thinks. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what he decides to do. But sounds like we've got a lot of POE 1 fans here who also have tried or have played POE 2 to see what they think.
Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I hope in between now and the next video, Amir of Calandra drops for you. Mrs. Draconis is due with our next baby in May. Bye. We'll see you next time. You know what's cool besides for babies? Patreon supporters. Thank you everybody who's been a Patreon supporter, both to our historic Patreon supporters and to our ongoing current Patreon supporters. If you want more info about anything we chatted about today, check out the video description down below.